pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning.
Good morning.
Next is approval of today's agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that, Lance.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of minutes of 6.4.6.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes from June 24th, 2026.
I will second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carries. Now it was approval of claims for payment of 6/30/2026.
Motion to approve June 30th, 2026 claims for payment.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now is consideration for utility permit UT 2026-12 for Midland Power.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve UT 2026-12 for Midland Power Cooperative.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yep, this is boring a new underground wire through the right of way at 19548 140th Street. So it's a replacement of an overhead power line, Lance.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now I have consideration for the distribution of the hotel motel tax 25-26 year end. This one's gonna be a little more difficult. One, we don't have the final numbers yet for the dollar amount, so I can't fill that in. And we won't have that till next month.
Right.
But the intent was to half of it go to for the economic development, for the conservation, for their lodge and advertising and promotions. And the other half would be going to some type of endowment, either through, well, the endowment was going to go through Hardin County Endowment.
Yep.
And then that would be a starter block for people that it could donate, but only the interest could be used for maintenance on the trail. And this is a one-time deal. Did I hit that right, Deb? Just
You did.
sure.
So 50% of the funding from the hotel motel tax distribution, 50% would go to the Hardin County Conservation for event and lodge marketing. The other 50% would go to the Hardin County Endowment Foundation for the Iowa Rivers Trail Maintenance Fund, and the principal would sit still while the interest from those funds would be utilized for trail maintenance. We also would hope that it would become a catalyst that other people would donate to that trail fund for upkeep and maintenance in the future. So that'll, yeah.
So with that, I talked to Tam last night, and to get this established, we can approve it, but we couldn't write the check till next month, and then we would have to do an amendment to get the money.
Right.
We have the money currently today, but it has to be spent today at year end.
Or allocated by today. Yeah.
Yeah, so the fund will be established with the HCCEF, county check written to HCCEF. Iowa Natural Heritage needs to be involved as a fiscal sponsor. We can only process checks to a nonprofit, is what Tam responded on that.
Right.
So I don't think we wanna cash in checks this year or try to push this through. Let's get it all set up ahead of time, get the right numbers. So next month when we have the total dollar amounts, and then we could just do the amendment, but we could lock in the ability to that's where the money's going to.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
If that makes sense, and you'd actually have June numbers, you can have them today,
Right.
right? So they're a month in arrears with the Department of Revenue. And then that would end your 25-26 year end balance. I just want to try to keep it accurate so that when you move forward with, your next funding years, that you're able to clearly move forward, so. And then we also put in there too, that there would be a contingent for the Endowment Foundation. I don't know if you saw my note.
Yeah,
there
I did.
that
The
as well.
contingent board recipient will be Hardin County Conservation.
Right, yep, so 50 years from now, when none of us are here, and if that still exists, and So I'm being very hypothetical here, but yeah. You know, that there's a plan in place, you know, because of, you know, that fiscal agent and, you know, being able to have organizations that we perceive that will be there to, for that sustainability of the trail, so.
So, yeah, I mean, the motion can be made, but money to be distributed in next fiscal year.
Correct. So with, I know Daryl's not here, but I think Deb, just to memorialize, so I can make the motion today to state how the distributions will occur with a distribution date to occur after July 1st, 2026. Okay. Lance, I'd like to make a motion to distribute the hotel motel tax for fiscal year 25-26, 50% to the Hardin County Conservation Board for event lodge marketing and 50% to the Hardin County Endowment Foundation for the Iowa River's Edge Trail maintenance, in which the principal will remain and the portion of that fund utilized for maintenance will be interest. And then there would be a contingent board recipient as the Hardin County Conservation Board. And the fund will be established within 30 days with the Hardin County Endowment Foundation with Tam Ellerting being the contact person. And the last item with the motion would be that funds will be distributed after July 1st, 2026.
I'll wait for a second.
I'll second it.
I would probably say amend your 30 days, because we would have to do an amendment.
Okay. Well, just anytime after July 1st.
Is that your amendment?
That's my amendment.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
So the amendment is anytime after
July 1st.
July 1st.
But we're not gonna, so we're in discussion here, so we're not going to have a special amendment meeting with it. The next time we do a budget amendment and stuff is when we would handle this.
Correct.
Yeah, it's our intention to do it, but the publication fees and all that don't really warrant having a special amendment for it, so.
Correct. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Aye.
Now the motion. Any other discussion on the motion? No discussion, all in favor of the motion?
I'd ask for a roll call vote.
Roll call.
BJ?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries. All right, next I have is no change of statuses and other business. EMS would be one of our big, well, let's start with anybody else. What else do we have other business? Taylor, have it at it.
All right, so you guys know I dropped everything the last few weeks. I've been working on this, raising of the speed limit. Anything that's not already posted, you know, like Pine Lake Road is 45, so all the other ones are going from 55 to 60 though. We had 7 curves that did not make it at 60, and we don't have any signs yet, so they're going to be posted for lower until we get our appropriate signs. So the road will still be fine. We had 5 stop ahead signs we had to move, which is pretty amazing. We think how many we have that only 5 didn't meet it. So it was determined that paint and rumble strips won't change until you redo them. You're not liable. Same thing like if they change the, you know, the standards on a guardrail, we don't run out and change all 250 bridge guardrails either. So, but this is the year we do paint our yellows. So I still need to get them all looked at. I've maybe got a quarter of the county done. So got some work to do there still before the painters get here. But so plan on that. All our rural roads will be 60. I can't promise what the state is going to do to theirs. They were going to raise most of their roads, but they had some they weren't. So I don't know what they're going to do out here. And our highway is open west of town. So that is all done, other than it needs rumble strips. That's all it needs. So that should be soon.
So follow the posted speed limit.
Correct, but we only have 33 55-mile-an-hour signs. There aren't as many out there as you think. It's usually just as you're leaving a town.
Yeah.
Somewhere where you drop the speed. Yeah, like if you're coming off Highway 65 onto a county road, it's not posted ever. So some
Right.
counties are, but yeah, we really don't have as many as you'd think. So that's why it's best to just go to 60, because that'll be the new standard for everybody.
So don't follow the posted 55.
Well, you can do it tomorrow. I'm after this meeting, I'm taking stickers around to the guys, and tomorrow morning they each have their own little
Route.
areas they need to do. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll send them out in groups of two, and somebody can hold the ladder and somebody can do the sticker. I gave them some backup stickers, but when you stick them, they don't come off, so. I hope they do an all right job. If they're a little crooked, you guys can just do it for a while.
Yeah, next one we put on the sheriff's car so he can't catch us.
I do have some extras, yep.
So do.
You can flip his upside down, 09. Yep. All right, otherwise, that's all I
All
got.
right, perfect.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Taylor.
Yep. Any other business? Okay, well, the next piece of other business we have, and Daryl can't even come close to being down here till
No.
9:30. But is EMS. We were going to agenda it. It did not get on the agenda, so we can do it in another business. You guys want to talk about that? And we got Bill here. Do you want to talk?
I'm comfortable with the ballot language. I have talked to a few EMS folks that are, I think, comfortable with things, so, like I stated a long time ago, I'm not gonna get in the way of the voice of the people in November. I'm glad that things progressed, and Phil, I mean, really proud of our people for coming together, and so I really didn't have anything outside of that.
The only thing I would point out is that there were some emails went back where Daryl suggested we go to 6 years, maybe,
Yes.
you got that.
Yep.
Right. As,
Yeah, that was the only amendment that I saw.
So obviously no action right now, but this is what the proposed that Daryl had brought up that was proposed is the Hardin County Board of Supervisors, after coordinating with local medical services advisory committee, purpose submitting to the voters in Hardin County, Iowa, the following public measure on the ballot for general election held on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2026. Shall the following public measure be adopted, which we could put on next week's agenda? The Board of Supervisors in the Hardin County, or in the County of Hardin, State of Iowa, shall, for the purpose of supporting emergency medical services in the county pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 422D for a period of 6 years, impose an emergency medical service and valorum property tax levy annually in the amount of $1 per $1,000 of assessed value on all taxable property within the county, being the first fiscal year after the fiscal year in which the election was held. Hardin County shall establish an emergency medical service trust fund into which revenues received from the taxes shall be deposited. The resulting revenues collected by the Hardin County from each township and city in the county respectively shall be distributed by the Hardin County to each township and city in the county respectively to be expended by each township and city in the county respectively as determined by each township and city in the county for purposes authorized under Iowa Code Chapter 422D. That sound about right? All right. Do you think the council needs to meet with us one more time?
and there's nobody else here.
I know.
I don't think so, because frankly, I think this is your choice, and I think this is what you guys want to do. I don't have a vote, but I'm in support of this as it's written today.
Yeah.
I would add that Phil, with Blaine's permit, well, not really permission, but if we're gonna put this on the agenda for next week, Phil, would you contact the EMS community and let them know that it'll be on next week and for consideration? That way they can make plans to be here to voice support or opposition ahead of the
Would it be a
board.
problem to go out 2 weeks? Some of them are already got schedules out about 10 days.
I don't have any problem with that.
If it's 2 weeks, I know everybody that would want to come can, if they got scheduled where they're supposed to be covering a truck.
Could we meet in the middle and look at the 22nd?
So 3 weeks out.
Yes,
Plenty of time to meet, to get the ballot requirements, right?
Yes.
Is
That's fine.
that okay? So we'll just plan on having this on the agenda for July 22nd meeting. And you good with that?
Got it.
Okay,
All right.
Mhm.
Is there any other business? Public comments? Adjournment,
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
been moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
motion carries, we're adjourned, thank you.